Hey, what's up guys? We've got a awesome disc golf video for y'all today, but very quickly wanted to let you know I am filming this on a different camera. A lot of people have been talking about lighting and all that kind of stuff, so you guys vote down below whenever y'all watch the video. Just watch through the whole thing and let me know how y'all feel about this footage compared to other videos. I'd really appreciate that. I'm trying to obviously provide you guys with the best content possible. So yeah, let me know. Let's get into it. What's up guys? Welcome back to another round of disc golf. We're playing out here at Squirrel Lake. I got my bag with me today because we are just throwing EMAC Trudes. I've got 3 different EMAC Trudes with me. One of them is more broken in than the other, and then I just have the other ones to throw because one of the best ways you can get good at throwing a specific disc and being able to trust it and know it is to throw multiple of them. Obviously that can be tough because you have to buy a lot of the same disc. They break in differently and all that kind of stuff. But today we're gonna be throwing the EMAC Truth. It's very quickly become one of my favorite mid-ranges. Super straight. A lot of great flick opportunities with it that you guys have seen. So we're gonna play around with this, see how we do. I brought my putters with me because there's no benefit in putting with the EMAC Truths. Like, I would never do that. And so I'm gonna work on my putting with the putters and then throw these. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I'm gonna throw this one first right here that I actually dyed recently. You guys didn't see this dye. I just did it. Looks kind of like a watermelon. Super cool. Did this on the back too, so that shines through. Let's go ahead and get this. Come back left. Oh no. I threw that way too flat. So as we walk over to these guys, I just wanted to thank y'all real quick just for everything lately. I've been feeling super blessed just with my opportunity. Like, playing disc golf with Yoli every week is such a blessing and just so awesome. I'm super grateful for him and our friendship, and getting to play with MJ and Germ and Brian Earhart and all these different people has just been insane. And I'm just super grateful. So yeah, big shout out to all of them for just being who they are. A lot of people, what in the world? A lot of people keep saying, yo, I'd be freaking out if I was with them. And initially, there's a little bit of whoa, this is pretty dope. But they're all super cool guys. And that's what makes it so easy to learn from them. And really just give you confidence. Confidence is so important in disc golf, and just feeling comfortable around them, people of their caliber, gives me more confidence to play and do well. So that's one of the biggest things I've been learning from them. That's just been awesome. But yeah, super grateful for that. Super grateful for all my Patreons, guys. If you didn't know, I started one recently. I think there's 9 right now. Patreon.com/Michael Holt. I'm doing monthly disc giveaways there and all that kind of stuff. But you guys didn't come here to hear me blabber. I love you. Let's get to this next throw. All right, so I'm gonna throw my more beat-in EMAC Truth here and try and hit this line and have it turn over towards the basket. Hopefully be able to park it. Oh, get up. Yeah. All right, starting off with a birdie. This is a par 4, even though sometimes it can seem like it's not. I can't imagine getting a 2 on this, going down the fairway like they expect you to. It'd be a pretty big putt. So starting off 1 down. All right, throwing this EMAC Truth right here. Yeah. Okay, and then from there, just so you guys know my thought process, landing on the left side there, I'm already thinking, okay, I'm gonna throw a little turnover sidearm with the EMAC, my beat-in one, and it's gonna be perfect. Seeing that landing zone, I'm already thinking about the shot that I'm gonna be throwing next. So one way that you guys can get, for me, and I imagine a lot of you guys would agree with this, confidence is one of the biggest things in disc golf. If you're confident, it's gonna make it like such a big difference compared to if you're nervous or unconfident or unsure. And so like coming out here and practicing with 3 of the mid-ranges that I love the most, which is EMAC Truth, coming out here and practicing with these is just going to give me more confidence as I go forward. And so playing rounds where you go out and just throw 1 disc, like it's really good because a lot of times you'll learn shots that maybe you didn't know you could make with that disc. And you're like, whoa, I had no idea. Like I would have never thought of throwing a sidearm approach with my EMAC until I did it and did it again and did it again and got way more confident in it. That now, like, I'm super confident with it. So go out, and even if you just have one disc or whatever, if you have multiple, obviously it makes it easier. Go out and throw it and figure out what that disc can do, the sort of lines you can hit and all that kind of stuff. Because promise you guys, it's super helpful and it's going to make you way more confident when you're actually out on the course, playing with friends or in a league or tournament, whatever it may be. All right, so I'm throwing this newer one because I do want it to kind of flex back a little bit to the right at the end. My more beat-in one would just hold that line, so that's why I'm throwing this one. Sit down. Like, that's beautiful. I'm telling you guys, if you want a mid-range sidearm approach disc that feels good in your hand, you need to get an EMAC Truth. This thing is very quickly becoming one of my favorite approach discs. All right, 2 down, guys. So the turn and fade of the EMAC Truth is 0-2. So with my sidearm, if I release this flat, it's going left. And so I need to release this on a big sidearm hyzer here. It'll probably flip up some, which is good, and then it'll dive down to the right towards the basket. Oh, man, it barely nicked that tree. That looked so good, but you guys saw how it stood up. That was a really good line. Yeah, that's all right. Woo. All right, I'm gonna throw this EMAC here. Try and turn it over left just a little bit and then hopefully come back right. Only thing that's difficult is this tree over here kind of blocks that good sidearm angle. So I don't know, we might not get it. I'm gonna throw the more flippy one just to make sure we can hopefully get it over. Yeah, that's not the best. All right, so I gotta go low and tight here on a little anhyzer. I could go high, but the line is, there's a little more branches up there, so we'll see if we can make it through here. Dude, that was looking so good. Do it. Let's freaking go. Save par right there, guys. Come on. So the shot right before that putt, I told you guys that I was thinking about going up high through the branches with a turnover. I ended up throwing it just to practice, and that's where we landed. So not too bad. Save that par there, still 2 down. So I'm gonna throw the newest EMAC Truth here, sidearm, and I want it to flip up like I had it do on hole 3. So go from this angle to about here, and then end up down to the right. Oh yeah, oh my. That was probably gonna be one of my best drives ever on this hole. And it hit a little branch, little twig. All right, so just a nice, easy approach here with this one. Hit the basket. So I threw it a little bit far, but we're still in the circle. Alrighty. Still 2 down. All right, throwing the new EMAC. will be good. All right, so even though it looks like there's a pretty wide gap right here, even if I hit that straight, I don't think I would get the disc where I want it. So I'm actually gonna go up high and try and do a turnover shot with this one. Yes. Might be a little bit short. We'll try this anyways, just to practice. Maybe if I'd hit this left side or something. Yeah, that's way past. The speed you need to make it through this gap makes the disc go a little bit too far. It's short. All right, that's a par, so still 2 down. All right, so first I'm gonna start off with the sidearm here. Try and stand it up, have it end up right, and then we'll throw a turnover backhand. Dang. I gave that too much torque. All right, turnover backhand. It wasn't turning over anyways. So now, obviously, like, you'll approach holes like this one that I would never throw the truth off of the tee. It just wouldn't be my first decision. I'd go for a fairway driver to flick or whatever. So yeah, obviously you should still take the shot seriously on holes like this, but when you're out practicing with a disc like that, like a mid-range or whatever, the biggest thing to focus on is your approach shots or whatever it may be that you're trying to practice in situations where you feel like you would actually throw that disc. And then obviously as you play more, you're going to find other situations where normally you wouldn't have thought to throw that disc, but now you do because you threw it in a round like this. So that's why I love this kind of stuff. On a long tee like that, I'd probably never throw it, honestly. But still, just seeing the way that it flies and seeing what it can do is just good for a knowledge base. All right, guys, so it's time to scramble. Doesn't really seem like there's too good of a look right here. So honestly, I'm gonna just go high sidearm here and have it dive down towards the basket. Or go in. Wow. Wow. The other option would have just been something like through here, which would have worked as well, but the other one's actually closer. All right, throwing the new EMAC here. Sit down by the basket. Oh, way past. That bush was right in my face, and there was a twig that was literally going like this, and so like trying to focus, still threw it a little bit high, but that was a good putt. Still 2 down. All right, throwing the beat in one here. I need to release it on a tiny bit of hyzer, which will make it stand up, go a little bit right, and then end up down towards the basket. Too much hyzer. Wow, I've never thrown a disc over there. That's crazy. Yep, that'll be a par. Still 2 down. So this is an example of a hole where I would never throw this off the tee. Because it's so far down there that I have to like put good torque on the sidearm and something that's a 0.2 like this just turns over for me. But still, it is good to throw and see like how much torque it can handle, because I never knew that it would turn over like it did. And there could be a situation where I actually need it on another hole or whatever. So throwing this, even if I don't hit this line with this disc, I can see how this flies based off of the angle and the speed that I release it at. So I could use that in another situation. But here, I'm just gonna try and ease it down there, have it get around the corner a little bit, and then we'll have a good approach from there. Going back. Oh yeah. All right, yeah, so that's solid. So I threw that probably like 60, 70% maybe, if even. I'm never good with percentages of that, but it was pretty chill. You guys saw it pop up to flat, float a little bit left, and then come back down right. So for me right now, the best mid-range for me, obviously also being a trilogy player, right now is this disc. The Truth can do so much for me, or the EMAC Truth can do so much for me, and I'm really starting to lean on it a lot more. And so in my bag, like, I like this better than the Fuse. I like it better than the Claymore. I don't know. And obviously it can relate to other discs. You can compare it to other discs. But at this point in time, like, this is my best mid-range, and I'm loving it. I'm really starting to learn it and be confident with it, and I love that. So I'm pretty cut off here with my angle, so I'm just going to try and find a look here through these trees. I think we can make something happen. Actually, I can probably do this. We'll try this. That ended up turning. So from where I was at, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Come on. Let's go, guys. Solid birdie putt right there. 3 down now. All right, so I'm gonna sidearm the more understable one, hopefully have it stand up some, and then continue standing up around the corner so that it goes a little straighter. Really, man, that sucks. That looks so good. Give a little bit of hyzer. Skip up. Oh! That'll work. So guys, I threw this one off the tee as well, and you can see how good that was. The flippier one just flipped up a little bit too much and hit something. This one had eyes on it and made it all the way down here. But we'll still end up with a par. All right, so I'm just gonna try and rip this one straight. Yeah, that'll still be a par. All right, so nice and easy sidearm here, right at the basket. Almost made it. I freaking love this disc. Nice. So hey, we shot 3 down. Obviously this is just a 12-hole course. Shot 3 down with all EMAC Truths. Really love the disc. Comment down below if you guys use EMAC Truths. Check out patreon.com/Michael Holt. Also make sure that you guys use the discount code MALT221 if y'all want a discount at checkout from the Dynamic Disc website.